Welcome to another Mario Plush Network discussion. It's been months since we done one of these, and we're finally returning, and the topic of today's discussion is the Banpresto and /Popco new Super Mario Bros. DS set. So once again, I'm joined by Evan Reynolds, who is out on a business trip, so he is joining me via Discord for this discussion. Evan?
Hello! Hello, everybody. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. But yes, as Mr. McCormick said, I'm on a business trip. I have a little snack with me. So we're going to be speaking over Discord.
Yeah, and just a quick little plug for our Discord server. You can join it. It has over 30 passionate Mario Plush Network viewers. So yeah, without further ado, we'll begin the discussion, and I will let's see the first wave of plushes. So the first wave is the Jumping Mario, the Goomba, the One-Up Mushroom, and the Bullet Bill. So Evan, give your thoughts on the Jumping Mario to start us off.
Hold on real quick. Which Mario is it?
It's the regular Jumping Mario that you've seen before on eBay.
The lunging one? Like the popcorn?
Yeah, what you call it, lunging.
Oh yeah, whatever.
The wiki just calls it jumping.
Well, my thoughts about that Mario, I really like it. I'm probably gonna get the popcorn version of it soon, like in the future. And it looks really good. The detail on Mario is there. It looks pretty much accurate to Mario. It has good quality plastic and stuff. Same material as the Popco PD, which I have over here. And yeah, it's just like overall really, really, really nice. Hold on.
How big in terms of inches do you think it is?
I think it's like around I'm guessing like around 6-7 inches, but like really wide, like a normal Mario plush.
Does it have a string or a suction cup on it?
No, I believe none of those do not. Need to pull up the wiki page of the Banprestos too. So.
Also, since you know more about it than I do, what is the general price for the lunging Mario, the Banpresto version?
The Banpresto version Mario? Oh, I'm pretty sure from photos it looks the exact same, so I don't really need to say anything because it's
I'm saying about the price.
Oh, well, the price range goes like from $10 to like $30. And like 30 to like 25 new tag. And those are like the prices for them, and it's like a really good price. All of you guys can get one of those Marios actually. They're pretty nice.
Yep, I have to agree. It looks like it's very nice. It seems like it's a great Mario to have. I wish one of us could have gotten it back in the day when we actually started collecting plushes, if we even knew about it, but it seems like it would be a very good plush to own. And I hope you get it soon so I can see in person that it probably will be great because the other ones you have are great. So there's the Mario on that one. And the next one, which you have also admired as well, is the Banpresto Goomba. So yeah, let us hear your thoughts on that one.
Oh, the Goomba is like the best Goomba plush ever, better than the Sine ones. I've been like hunting for one, but none really pop up. But like the price range for it goes like from $12 to $20. Not that pricey, but I really want to get my hands on it because I really love that Popco Goomba. If I could, I would just get like 4 of those things because they're really nice, and I just like really like it.
Cool. So the general price? What is the general price on that one? Are you there?
You're cutting out.
I think I cut out when I get in a new tab. So I'll have to let you talk when you do that. But yeah, what is the price for this?
Like I just said, the Goomba goes like from $12 to $20.
12 to 20? I thought it was usually in the 40s.
No, it was never in the 40s. Royal listing was like in the 40s, but no, the average price is like $12 to $20.
They look very similar to the Mario 64 Yoshis, yes? Not Yoshi's, Goombas. Goombas, not Yoshis. I said Yoshis.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the differences between those two? Because it looks like different material, kind of.
But I don't have any photos pulled up because it won't show any photos.
Oh,
So
from the photo I have of the Mario 64 Yoshi, not Yoshi Goomba. From the Goomba I have, it looks it looks the same as the Popco or Banpresto version. It looks like it has a lighter color to its skin. It looks like, and it kind of looks like it's a little softer, which is kind of odd.
Where did you pull up those photos at?
I'm on the computer when I just typed in Banpresto Goomba, and for some reason the Mario 64 Goomba pops up as something you can buy on the top tabs.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I just need to search the things. The one that looks like the Popco one, right? That's the one that you're talking about?
Yeah, it looks like the Banpresto Popco one with just the Wario hat on it.
You're looking at that one?
I'm asking you what's the similarities.
Oh. The similarities is that it just, like, they both kind of look the same. The Mario 64 Goombas with the Mario hats and stuff look pretty much the same, like the Popco one, kind of. Like, it's like softer material. It looks like on the Goomba than the Popco Banpresto DS one.
Now that I looked at them, one thing that I did notice is that the Mario 64 ones look very, very similar to my tailed Goomba. So I'll have to show you after we go off the air here, but it looks like the fakers just replicated that version of the Goomba and just put a tail on it. But the Popco Banpresto one does look different now that I look at it. It looks like there's plastic on it. And on the photos of the Mario 64 one, it looks like there's actual embroidery like on my fake Goomba. So that's a cool thing I found out. I'll have to show you that after.
The next plush is the 1-Up Mushroom, which I think I know how it looks like. It just looks like a plain on the mushroom.
Say your thoughts on it while I try and pull up a photo.
Well, first of all, I just really like how the way it looks. From photos I've seen of 1-Up Mushrooms, I'm pretty sure it's that one. Like, the 1-Up Mushroom looks really nice. It looks clean, all the details there, it doesn't look ugly at all. And I would actually get that since we can't get our hands on the All-Star Mushrooms. I would actually try and get my hands on the Banpresto ones because I think they're pretty cheap. And I'll tell you the price point now. I'm just gonna guess like $20 to $40 because I think I've seen listings that go like for that much. I don't know if they're bootleg or real or not, but I'm pretty sure they're real and they go like for that much. I'm pretty sure. But overall, the 1-Up Mushroom looks really nice.
On Amazon, usually there's third-party sellers that sell a lot of things on Amazon, and one of the third parties I have seen on a lot of things is Toy Wiz, and I guess they have their own site as well. And the reason I am bringing that up is because when I look up Banpresto Mega Mushroom, not Mega Mushroom, 1-Up Mushroom, it shows that the 1-Up Mushroom you can actually buy from Toy Wiz directly, and it says Mario 64 1-Up. So if any of you want that, you might want to check that listing out.
Well, I'll actually check that right now.
But yeah, it looks really, really good. This is my first time actually seeing a photo of it because I have never looked it up before. But for first impressions, it looks really nice. It looks like it would be something that I would love to have in my collection for myself as well. Maybe Evan wants it too. But it looks like it's a great it looks tiny, but it looks like it would be a great addition to the collection. And you can definitely tell that the fakers were inspired off this when crafting their fake black and pink mushrooms and all that. Because there is black fake mushrooms and pink ones and all that. So they definitely got it from that because it looks like it's a better version of those fakes. And yeah, it looks like it's a pretty great mushroom, and if either of us find it at a good price, don't be surprised if we open it on a video. So yeah, the next one is the Banpresto Bullet Bill, which is another one I have never seen and I will look up now. So Evan, first impressions, if you've known about it yourself either.
I don't know how it really looks, but I looked up a photo, so once you look it up, type in Banpresto DS Bullet Bill Plush, and it's the photo where it has a Banpresto take, and honestly, it looks pretty good actually for a Bullet Bill. The eyes look a little weird, kind of big, but like the arms are sticking out nice like how they should be, and it appears to have a string. The detail looks really nice on it. I'd actually want to get this one day. It looks pretty nice. And yeah, I clearly do not know the price point for it because I've never seen listings, so I'm guessing it might be a little rare.
It does look rare. On the things that pop up on my Google page, it just shows the Banpresto Bonsai Bill from Mario World that you showed me. But on the photo that I did find of the actual plush on Google, it does look like it's a nice, it looks kind of obscure. It looks like the same materials that all the Banprestos have, like my Mega Mushroom. After further analyzing it, yeah, it looks like it's kind of odd. It just has weird kind of eyes. But like I said, for the rest, this looks like it would be a great addition to one of our collections. But sadly, it does not look like it's widely available, because on the one that I'm pulling up now, it shows it used for $150 on eBay. Which, don't pay that much for it, because it's just a bullet bill. No bullet bill would be worth that much, in our opinion. But yeah, very nice, odd bullet bill that I didn't even know about until looking at it just now. So, final thoughts on that, Evan?
Yeah, I just really like it, and it just looks pretty nice.
So yeah, now we're moving on to Wave 2, because this set was released in waves. So the first wave, or second wave, begins with the Running Mario, which I am not sure if this is a different variant than the Jumping Mario. So Evan, since you know more, are they just re-releases of the same Mario, or are they actually different posture?
I don't know how they look, because when you looked up Jumping Mario on the first wave, did it show the lunging one? Or whatever, the Popco?
Well, I didn't even look that first one up. Oh, I see the difference now. Or kind of. You'll have to... Let me try and explain. You know how the fake flying Mario Galaxy one looks?
Yeah.
Where it looks like Mario's kind of doing the splits. So that's what pops up on this one. I'm not sure if it's the one you call the lunging one or not. But it looks like the fake Mario Galaxy one where he's doing the splits, just real and good. So you might have to look it up for yourself and see, but it just looks like he's doing the splits one, which I cannot tell if that's what you call the lunging one or not. Or if this is the one you call the lunging one, and you just thought the jumping one was the lunging one. So you'll have to look at that one for yourself and let us know.
Yeah. But the lunging one is the one that's on the wave 2. So now, over that Mario, because I basically described it on the first wave, because I thought it was the same one or whatever. But anyways, let's move on to the Presto Goomba. Oh, wait, we didn't even do that one either, because I just covered that one in the first wave. Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, basically just a re-release for that wave. So yeah, the next one that we will cover that Evan actually sorta has on his own is the PD Piranha, but he does have the Popco version. They made the same versions, I guess. I don't know if they're like the same actual ones. Evan, please explain more about the differences between Banpresto and Popco.
The only differences I can spot out with the Banpresto one is that it has a string, and the Popco ones do not have a string, and the tush tags are different, of course. And the tush tags of the Popco ones, they don't even give credit to Banpresto or anything. So I'm guessing that Popco or whatever must have made these themselves.
Or they could have secretly behind the scenes localized them. They would be kind of the same if Little Buddy never gave credit to Sanai. Maybe. But it seems odd that they didn't, so your theory's probably correct, that they were very closely inspired by Banprestos.
What's weird is that when I look at the wiki page, it says that the second wave or whatever was distributed by Banpresto and Corgi International, and the Corgi International is on the Popgo tag. It says Corgi International. So maybe they just distributed the Banpresto ones, but they made a few changes. That's what I'm still guessing as well.
And these are very feasible options here. So now one that I have, the next one in the wave that I actually have myself is the Mega Mushroom. And since I have it in front of me right now, I will describe it and let Evan talk after. So it's the same sorta soft, fuzzy material that we all know for Banpresto. Its eyes, both the black and white part of its eyes are neatly sewn. The perimeter of its red circles are sewn, and the inside is the scratchy material, kind of similar to the outside. And it does have the string that all other Banpresto tags or plushes have, and it has the trademark Banpresto tag, which says 2007 China, and on the back it says 2006 Nintendo. So this is definitely a legitimate mushroom here. And what I want to ask you, Evan, is the difference between the Banpresto one that I have and the Popco one that's been popping up online. So what are the differences between those two?
Oh, everything. I might honestly like the Popco one better because it looks a lot cleaner, because the eyes and everything else is plastic and scratchy material. Like the circles and the eyes and stuff are actually plastic, good quality plastic. So I think I would honestly like that a little better. That's the only difference. It's like the whole face and stuff is mostly good quality, high quality plastic on the Popco one from the Banpresto one. So I'd still get the Popco one because it's actually different.
So one other thing I wanted to ask about the Popco one, or the Banpresto one too, I guess, is that you've shown me videos of people with like huge sizes of Mega Mushrooms. Are any of those real, or are those just fakes?
I'm pretty sure those are real, like the biggest size, because the YouTuber Luigi pushed those on a haul. Unboxed had a huge haul, and he had like a big Mega Mushroom, and it was brand new tagged. I'm pretty sure, and it had like the DS tag, Banpresto logo, like 2006 and stuff like that.
So it was Banpresto, or was it Popco?
So I'm pretty sure that is real, because I think somebody's selling a listing of that thing, like for $150, like new. I'm pretty sure it's like the giant Mega Mushroom.
Do you know? Do you know its inch size?
I do not, but I can already tell that would be probably like as big as the shell pillow that you have. It looks like that.
So it is Banpresto, or is it Popco? Because you cut out when you answered.
Banpresto.
Okay, Banpresto. At least that mystery is solved. So that's it for the Mega Mushroom. And the next one in the set, which Evan does have personal experience with, is the Popco Balloon Boo. So describe the plush for all the viewers, and after you're done describing it, make sure to point out any differences between the Popco and the Banpresto one.
Okay, let me pull up a photo of the Banpresto Balloon Boo, not the Popco one, because I just want to really see like if there's any difference at all. But while I do that, I have the Balloon Boo with me right here. And I have to say, you really need to get this plush. I managed to get this new tag. And it's like a really good plush. It just looks so accurate to how Balloon Boo looks. And I just really, really like this plush. It looks like a real balloon. It's like really high quality plastic. It has a little button nose. I'm pretty sure that's not a nose at all. But he also has a balloon flap, which makes him also look like a real balloon. Like he's going... or something like that. But yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have the Mega Mushroom, the Mario, and the Goomba, but those are pretty easy to get, so I'll probably get them in the future, and then I'll have the full Popco set complete. But yeah, other than that, the Balloon Boo is really fantastic, and what are your thoughts on it, Mr. McCormick?
I do think it looks great. You can get back to your stuff after, but it looks very accurate about his nose and everything. It does look like a nose, but in reality it is his just lips from doing the blowing motion. And yeah, look, it just looks very nice. I'm so glad Mr. Reynolds does have it, and I wish Nintendo used Balloon Boo more in games, because if I am correct, its only appearances were in just New Super Mario Bros. And the Wii U re-release. So a very underrated enemy and a very underrated plush. So it is a great plush. I'm glad Evan has it, and you may continue between the differences between that and the Popco Banpresto version.
Okay, when looking at a photo of the Balloon Boo Banpresto one, there's no difference at all. The only difference is that it has a fight string.
Okay, so that is all for that. We're glad Evan could clear that up for anyone who had any questions regarding it. But that is all for Wave 2. And for Wave 3, which gets into the more interesting ones. In the first one on the Mario Plush Wiki, it says there is a Mario and a shell power-up, which I'm assuming is Mario in the blue shell, because that is that game's trademark power-up, the blue shell. So let me pull up a photo and me and Evan can discuss it. So this sounds very intriguing by the title of it. I have never seen this before, and I'm hoping real photos pop up. Oh, wow. I did not know this plush existed. Do you have a photo of it up yet, Evan? Do you have a photo of the blue shell Mario up? Evan?
I can barely hear you. You're cutting out, but I did hear that last part if I did have a photo. So let me pull it up. Mario blue shell costume, or what is it called?
I just typed in Banpresto Shell Mario plush. And since I have a photo, I'll go over it first for the viewers while you analyze it and gather your thoughts. So from the photo I popped up on Google, you can follow along too if you have another device. But yeah, this looks like it's a very high quality Mario. If you've seen any of the videos where I praise Dry Bowser, you'll know that I praise his detail on the underbelly of his shell. And that looks like it is here on the shell Mario, on the photo that I have. Excuse me, but his nose and mustache look great. His eyes are embroidered on what I'm looking up. Unless I'm looking up the wrong photo. That might have been the wrong photo. I think I might have pulled the wrong photo up. I'm seeing two different things here.
You might have pulled up the wrong photo, like of a bootleg, because when I'm looking at the real photo of the real thing, it doesn't have any shell detail, it's just plastic.
Is the one you're looking at an eBay listing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go off that one then. So this one, I was looking at a fake, I guess, that had embroidery on it. Unless that might be the Popco one, I don't know yet, but... So from the photo, I did find it does not have shell detail. Excuse me, it does. It has the same sort of detail that the fake Para Dry Bones does, where the detail is just shown off with plastic stripes on the stomach, which is okay, I guess. I would have preferred embroidery like that other photo I appeared. I do not know which one's real or not, but yeah, I'll just go off this one on the eBay listing. It looks like the eyes are embroidered from the photo. It's kind of a low quality photo, but from what I can tell, it does look like it's embroidered. It looks kind of big, actually. Wait a minute, Evan. That might have been another wrong photo, because on the eBay listing it said that that thing was 15 inches, and I do not think that thing would be 15 inches.
Yeah, you're looking at a fake.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you told me to look at.
I have the wave photo up. Yeah, I have the wave photo up.
Oh yeah, I just really pulled it up too.
Yeah, and the Banpresto Mega Mushroom we don't need to go over because it looks the exact same.
Oh yeah, I'm not done with the Shell Mario, but the Shell Mario on here, on the other photo I found, it says it is 13 centimeters. And since I don't know the conversion between inches and centimeters, I do know that centimeters are shorter, so it is shorter than a foot long, which is expected, of course, because it's Mario. And from what I can tell, the feet look very fuzzy on it. It has very little shell detail, and it has a very happy-go-lucky Mario face on it. His eyes look plastic, but that's to be expected with these plushes. I cannot tell if his M or not is embroidered or not, and unfortunately I cannot see the back of the back of him, so I do not know what his shell detail's like. It could be like the Koopa Troopa we've seen with like the leather shell on it, but that might be a bit of a stretch. But yeah, your thoughts on the shell, Mario, and would you ever purchase it?
Yeah, and yeah, it looks really, really cool. I wish I could get like a hold of it or something, because it like looks really awesome. I would just like really love to get it.
I have to agree with that, and it's one that's very intriguing that I would just like to study and analyze and release all the information to the public about, because I do have a lot of questions about it, like what its true inches are and what its shell is like, because there's no photos of the shell, unless anyone else has photos of the shell, but from this photo there's no photo, it's just the front facing. So yeah, there's a lot of questions surrounding this one from me. Hopefully Evan or even myself can buy it in the future. I cannot trust if any of these are actually real for the listings on eBay or not. Or not even eBay, this thing says eCrater, and I wouldn't even trust that site. But yeah, that we had a lot of things to say about the shell, Mario, but we already discussed the Mega Mushroom, because that is Oh, I'm getting confused here. So the next one in the set is the Casino Toad, which I have rarely seen, but I bet you Evan knows more about it than I do. So Evan, please explain all the info you know about the Casino Toad.
I do not really know that much info, because the casino toads that have been popping up on eBay, I'm starting to realize that they're actually the keychain versions, because it's not waving and it doesn't look as happy-go-lucky as the one on the stock image, which is waving and looks bigger.
Let me pull up a photo real quick. So just explain the materials from what you can see on the photos.
Oh, I don't know what I can say about this toad, because it looks just so amazing. I wish I can get it. I like its pose. It looks so accurate to Toadie over here at his best, and I really like it. It looks like he has cardboard in the feet, which is really nice. I like his waving pose. I maybe get the keychain, but like prices for like $40 just for a tiny keychain. It doesn't even look like the stock image of the original one. So I'm guessing that casino toad's really rare, because eBay listings are just that keychain version that looks like nothing like the stock image at all. So yeah, I guess we'll never get our hands on that.
Hopefully it does pop up in the future. I still wish we could know about like its dimensions and all that. But we can already assume that the materials are kind of the same, because they usually stick to the same materials for their plushes so far. But yeah, very intriguing plush. Hopefully someone lists it for very cheap. And still on the topic of gambling and casinos is the Casino Luigi, which I have grown to like over the past 2 months after knowing more about it, and from personally playing the game myself, because I do own both of those games in which he appeared, and I can say from personal experience it looks very, very nice. And there is a photo right next to it, which I cannot tell if it's fake or not, but I'll have to ask for Evan's opinion after on it. But yeah, Casino Luigi, I love it. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I really like the way it looks. It looks similar to the casino. It looks similar to Mario, even though he's like casino form. But yeah, he looks really, really nice. And I wish I could get him, because he looks really nice, and he has cardboard in the feet, I'm pretty sure. And other than that, he just looks really awesome, and I wish I could just get a hold of him.
And from the photos I've seen, it looks like his casino vest looks kind of silky as well.
Oh yeah.
So next, we already covered the Mega Mushroom, so the final one in this wave is a regular Boo, and not the Balloon Boo, so there is something to discuss about this one. Let me pull up a photo real quick, but I do not know how this looks, honestly, because I've never seen it. And when I pull it up, there's just a figure of some pig from Dragon Ball Z, I guess, some pig guy. But it's showing just some pig. Let me look up Boo Plush. I typed in just Banpresto Boo, and it's showing some pig guy.
Oh, on the wave photo, I can explain the Boo. It looks exactly like the All-Star one, but round form, more round, like how it should be, and more accurate to Boo. I'd actually like really get it, because it looks exactly like how Boo does in the games. The All-Star one looks a little off because of the shape. It kind of looks like it's flat. But this one's like the golden Boo. So if you want to get like the most accurate looking Boo, I recommend this Banpresto one. Because it looks really round and everything on it just looks exactly like how Boo does in the games.
And it would be nice if you got it, because this Boo and the balloon Boo would look really nice together on a shelf. And one thing I did notice from looking at the stock photo is that it looks like his mouth is fully plastic, and they just either glued or sewed the tongue on top of that plastic, because it looks like the tongue is a completely separate plush unit, and the the back of the mouth and the teeth just look plastic. So do you agree or not?
Yeah, I do agree. The teeth don't look plastic at all. It looks more like scratch. Wait, let me pull up the photo again real quick. Why am I looking up? Oh. Yeah, wait. No, the teeth look like normal felt, but like really thick.
Well, from the photo I see, it looks like plastic. But yeah, that is all for Wave 3 of the plushes. And it turns out that there are deluxe plushes on this wave, which I am guessing are just big versions, I guess. And I will look up photos of these real quick. And Evan, if you know anything about it, you can say about the deluxe jumping Mario, if you know anything about it.
No, I've never seen any of these ones from set 1, like the Mega Mushroom, Mario. I don't know anything about them, so I'm just guessing that they're probably like upscaled versions. But yeah, overall, they probably look the same like the other ones, which would be pretty nice.
So I do have a photo up here of it, and there is 2 versions that I am seeing. So this one is 11 inches. Do you know the height of the standard one?
Wait, what plush?
You said the regular one was 6 to 7, and on the photo I typed up, or the listing, it says that this jumping Mario is 11 inches, which I will assume is the deluxe version, because what else could deluxe mean really besides big?
Yeah. It probably means that.
Yeah, so that's probably the big one. And now the next one in the deluxe wave is just a mushroom. So unless you know anything about it, I will search for photos.
So the mushroom?
The deluxe mushroom.
I don't know how that would look, but I'm pretty sure it'd probably look like the mushrooms I've seen before, but like bigger probably.
Yeah, I'm pulling up a photo. So the photo I have seen, the photo that's popping up on Google, it looks like it's a really, really, really great mushroom plush. It might even look better than the new All-Star ones because of just how its proportions are laid out. If you can pull up a photo on your phone, it would be a good help to discuss it more. What I typed in was just Banpresto DX Mushroom Plush, and you would very easily recognize which one it was. It looks very great. It has the string on it, but it looks like something that Santa would make. Just has the string on it, so if you pull up a photo, you can hear your thoughts on it.
Oh, Banpresto DX Mushroom Plush?
Yes.
It just shows me the Galaxy. Oh, wait. There's a Super Mario Galaxy one, but this is a regular one.
Yeah, the regular one.
Yeah, I'll just have to get that thing because it looks really good. Ooh, on this store it's for sale. $24. Well, it's 10-inch, so it probably could be the deluxe. It's from a website called CMD Store.
I might have heard of that before. But yeah, maybe you can get it. It looks really nice. And if you don't get it, maybe I'll get it in the future.
I can add it to cart. And it says Banpresto Super Mario Bros. 10-inch plush.
And 10-inch is a very nice size for a mushroom like that, don't you think?
Prices are charged in USD. It looks like a real website. I'll try that, actually.
Maybe after the show you can search up for more rares. But yeah, great mushroom overall. Me and Evan both like it and hoping to get it. And the next wave of Deluxe Plushes. Oh, what a sad wave. It just says set 2, and this kind of proves our theory that we said earlier, and it kind of makes me look kind of dumb. But the next set in this, for the Mega one, is a Mega Mushroom. And that was exactly what I was talking about earlier, about a big one, and then it just says it down there, so it made me look like a fool. But,
I'm looking at that CMD store right now, and for sale it shows that Jumping Pose 11-inch Mario for $29, the 6-inch green mushroom, which is $29, and then the red mushroom's $24, and they have the Goldie Cardboard Foot Mario for $16, Goldie Koopa, $12 cardboard feet, the Toad and Luigi all cardboard feet, like for $12 and $14. So this website, and they're just selling the Wii question mark block, and those are all the Mario plushes that they're selling. So only like 6. So would you trust that, like for the Banprestos and stuff?
it depends, because, you can tell me, so there's fakes of, like, the Jumping Mario, isn't there?
A lot.
A lot, so, I don't know, maybe if that store has like an About Us page and it seems like convincing, I would maybe trust it. But it seems kind of odd that a big 10-inch mushroom is like cheaper than the 6-inch 1-up mushroom. Because didn't you say that one, the big one was 24 and then the small one was 30?
Yeah, for the green mushroom.
Yeah, I'm a little bit mixed. You'll have to show me more after the program, but maybe it would. If you get one that doesn't have a fake, like the mushroom or someone like that, then you don't really have anything to lose, I guess, except $24. But still, I would try it. I would try it.
The mushrooms have fakes. Every plush that I showed up that I told you have fakes. Even including the Goldie ones. So.
Goldie Koopa has fakes?
No.
So you're wrong then.
Mario and Luigi do. But I don't know if I trust it.
I would. I would get one of the cheaper ones just to test the water a little bit, but if one of those turned out to be real, then I would get the mushroom, or maybe just get the mushroom right away. If it's actually the real 10-inch one and they actually do end up giving you a real one, it would be a great buy. So yeah.
CMD store, I'm looking at their Facebook. In the background there's like everybody in costumes, and there's a lot of good reviews. And yeah, there's a lot of good reviews, so I don't think it's a fake store. It's like real.
Well, we'll have to look into that. So next, there's a whole new category of plushes in this wave that I did not know of either. And on the wiki, it classifies them as sound plushes, which I'm guessing are like the World of Nintendo ones that have sound boxes in it. So hopefully those will be easy to find on Google to actually discuss. But the first one in this sound wave is an 8-bit question mark block. And actually, I did see a photo of that a couple plushes ago when we were chatting. So let me look at that question block sound plush. Let me see if it pops up. It was like a promotional thing where it showed like some kid hitting a brick block. Yep, here it is. And the photo I'm seeing here, it shows the Presto Goomba in it too, and it looks like it was used for promotional stuff back in the day. It's actually a link to the Mario wiki, actually, the Mario plush wiki, to what we're on now, and that's what it shows. So from the front of it, it looks just like Sanai's 8-bit block that many of you probably don't know about. It was part of the Mario 30th anniversary plush set. It's only about 3 inches, but the front of it looks exactly like that plush. And then the side of it is just your classic Mario brick block design. And then the top of it is the just the flat brick when you drain a brick of all of its coins in the game. That's how it looks like. And the bottom probably looks like the top. So yeah, it looks like it's very interesting, and it has even Japanese text coming out like it has sound in it. So that's a very cool discovery. And Mr. Reynolds, what are your thoughts on it, and would you ever buy it?
Yeah, I've seen photos before, and it looks pretty nice. So I'd actually buy it. So I'm pretty sure that's like only one of the brick plushes of the objects from Mario. Those are like the only plushes of it. So yeah, I would actually give it a try and maybe get it if I found it one day.
Yeah, very odd, but interesting, and it looks nice. So the next one in this wave, which is another very odd one, and I guess that's why it's on the photo as well, as it says that there is a Goomba in the sound wave too. In the photo I am looking at, it shows that the Goomba in it too. It looks just like the Goomba we went over a couple plushes ago, except it shows a hand, like it's about to pat it or something, and it has Japanese text like coming out of it like it's making noise or something. So I guess that explains why the Goomba's there. So it's kind of funny how they made a sound Goomba, because Goombas are usually silent enemies, unless like you're playing Mario Baseball or something, but very, very funny and odd. What are your takes on that one?
I'm trying to pull up photos right now.
If you found the block photo, it should be on the same one.
I'm looking at a listing from PlayAsia, and it says sound, and it says volume 2. So I'm guessing, oh yeah, I'm looking at a photo on Earthpoint, and it shows somebody's hand above it, and it looks exactly like the DS, or no, the Mario 64 Goomba without its hat. And that looks like a very good Goomba. I'd want to get that. A sound.
I'm wondering what sound it would make, because in the DS game specifically, it never made sounds. I don't even think the Koopas made sounds in that game, and they're the chatty Cathy's when it comes to the enemies. So, very funny that they made a sound Goomba. And the third wave for this sound set is a star, which I'll try and pull up right now. And Evan, and if you know anything about it, please let it be known.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it looks like exactly like the All-Star one, and I'm pretty sure if you've had it, it makes a noise. I think I've seen it. It looks very nice. And also, by the way, if you pat the Goomba, if you have it, it'll probably make this sound. But yeah, that's the sound effect of Goomba.
And Monty Mole, too. That's what Monty Mole sounds like, too. So I did find this, the thing of the star on it, with the star, and it does look like a very, very tiny version of the All-Star one. It from the one I found, it shows it as a keychain, but the wiki itself doesn't classify it as a keychain. But since it's Banpresto, it probably will be good. If I get it, I would expect a lot from it. Well, what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't be disappointed, because it is Banpresto and they do make good plushes. So not really much to say about the Sound Star one. It would probably just play the song from the game. So yeah, Wave 3. Wait, no. Third wave is just another re-release of the Goomba. And the final one... Wait, I completely went off Wave 2, Mr. Reynolds. So I need to go back. Wave 2 had a question block and a Koopa shell. So, if you know anything about those.
Yeah, I know some things about them. I'm just gonna say, like, overall they're really good. I've heard the shell noise. I'm pretty sure it's like a plain Koopa noise or shell noise or whatever. And it looks pretty nice. I'm pretty sure there's some detail, but it's mostly plastic. But overall, I'm pretty sure it looks like a really good plush. Including the question mark block, I'm pretty sure it just has like a question mark on the yellow brick or whatever. And I'm pretty sure I've seen photos of it too, and it looks pretty good.
So one question I have for you regarding the Koopa shell, is the shell like the same like leathery material that the standing Koopa from Banpresto is?
I forgot, but I'm pretty sure it's like scratchy material, I think.
Okay, so my apologies for completely missing over Wave 2, but yeah, question block in the Koopa shell. Wave 3 had the star, the Goomba, and the other question block again, I guess it was just a re-release. It says classic in parentheses on here, which I don't know what that means because the Wave 1 version says 8-bit, so I don't know what that means. So the next branch of these sets, they're called Pillow Plushes, and I've never really heard of these before either. So there's only 3 in this one. There's a Pillow Mushroom, a Pillow Star Coin of all things, and a Pillow Goomba again. So if you know anything about any of these 3, please explain while I look up photos.
I do not know anything about these actually, because I've never thought like Banpresto would make pillows, but I'm guessing that they probably look as good as like the normal plushes, but like flat or like pillow-like.
Yeah, there's no photos on Google. I'm looking at them right now. There's no photos. It just shows the other pillow mushroom that I'm getting in the mail. It just shows that, and it shows a bunch of fakes. And it shows the tiny Banpresto one too.
Ooh, well, I don't know.
Wait. There is a photo on Google that shows someone with like a tape measure measuring this flat mushroom with the Mario Banpresto tag. So this could be the actual pillow because it does look flat. It does have the real tag on it, and it is a super mushroom. So you might have to look this up and tell me what you think. I typed in Banpresto Pillow Mushroom Plush.
Okay, let me type it in. That's...
You might have to do a little bit of scrolling, but it is on there.
It looks really good, actually. It looks more like a pancake, but it looks a little weird because it's just like a pillow. But yeah, the photo of it looks pretty good. I'd actually maybe get it.
Yeah, but it looks very nice. It looks a little weird that it's that flat. It's like as thin as a pancake from the photo I've seen. But let's move on now. The star coin. Let me see if there's a photo of that. Which I don't think there is a photo because Oh, there is a photo. So it's not on Google. You can scroll down more on the Mario Wiki page and it's there. And wow, I did not know this thing existed. It's more of a cartoony look compared to like real Stitches. So like where it's like indents on the actual coin where it would like go up or down on the coin. It's just displayed with lines instead of actual depth. So that's kind of weird. It looks kind of cartoony like that. But it does look like it's a kind of big actually. Like the same size as the big Luigi. Or the big Goomba, maybe even too. But yeah, if you've let me know your thoughts when you find the photo.
Found it. It looks like a normal coin, but with the star logo on it, and it looks pretty good.
I think besides like the Jack's Pacific Sound plushes, those are the only coins, isn't there? That's the only coin besides those ones. So very cool that they made that. It looks very nice. So yeah, we've got through all the pillows, and now there are a ton of keychains to go over. So the bead keychains, wave 1. And I'll go through the whole wave real quick, just naming off what they are. So there is a Mario, a Fire Flower, a Star, a Mushroom, a Goomba, and a Blooper. And when we scroll down through the photos, we'll go through each of them one by one. So wave 1 photo is up on Mario Wiki, Evan, for you to see easily. And it does show everyone.
I can't... No, it doesn't show any photos for me.
We might have to scroll down.
Oh, it doesn't show any. When I scroll all the way down, nothing. It shows the photos like for wave 1, and when I click it, just takes me back to the wiki. It doesn't do anything.
But my favorite one from these keychain waves is the Fire Flower. It looks just like my All-Star Fire Flower that I have, except that the red part on it is a little darker. And that does look nice, yes. The star looks just like your average, everyday man star. The mushroom does look like a mushroom, I'm not gonna lie. The Goomba looks like a World of Nintendo Goomba. And if Evan can find the wave somewhere else to see it. The Mario looks like the lunging Mario, just tinier with the little keychain on it. And the blooper looks like a mixture between the Cine Super Mario blooper and the All-Star blooper. So it's like a mix between those two.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen like photos of all of them, and I'm just gonna go through this kind of like quickly, but like all of them look like really amazing. I love all the detail on them, and I can easily get the keychain blooper now because there's a listing for $15 brand new tag plus 5 shipping, and you can even make an offer. It's from Japan. There's another listing from Taiwan, but I'd get the Japan listing since it would come shorter, and it looks pretty good. And I might honestly get this, even though 15 is kind of a lot just for like a little tiny keychain, and it still looks pretty good. I'll have to show you after. I'll have to show you this listing after. And it shows the year 2006, and it's 100% official, and it's compared to a little battery.
aww. But a very nice wave of keychains. If they were less expensive, because $20 total for a tiny keychain is a lot, I probably wouldn't pay for that. The All-Star keychains are that much too, but I think they are a little bigger. They're like 6 inches, I think. But at least those are a little bigger. And if it's the same size as a battery, that just shows that it's really, really tiny. But who knows, maybe you'll think it's worth it. And maybe I'll get persuaded into it too. But very nice wave of keychains. But the next wave looks much more interesting. So I will go through the second wave, which includes a running fire Mario, a 1-up mushroom, a Toad, a Koopa Troopa, a Buzzy Beetle, and a Cheep Cheep. So while you pull that up, I will explain my thoughts on all of them at once. The Fire Mario, it does look like Mario's from the other set. I can't tell what pose it's in, but it looks very nice. And a nice thing to have on a lanyard. The 1-up mushroom looks just like the other mushroom. Not much to say, just a different color. The Toad looks exactly like the casino Toad stock photo, except he's in regular vest and diaper attire. He does have the same exact face, but I don't think his head is as tilted as it is in the photo. And the Koopa Troopa looks like it's in the same posture as the running Mario is. It kind of looks like he's doing a little skipping dance. But it does look good. It looks like the shell one in the shell, and it looks like it's even having a little cute smile on it. So it looks very nice. Koopa, be very good to have. Now the Buzzy Beetle kind of weirds me out because it looks. This thing that weirds me out about it is just its weird smile. It looks like a potato chip shaped smile, which is weird because Buzzy Beetles never smile in any of the games, so that's probably why it throws me off. But then the final one is the Cheep Cheep. It does look a little weird to me, from the stock photo at least. Maybe in person it would look a little better, but from what I'm looking at right now, it does look very odd. There's just something about it that just looks weird about it. So my thoughts on that wave, Evan, what are your thoughts on all of them?
I like all of them. I've seen photos of them too. They look really nice, but I'm looking at the Buzzy Beetle keychain, and it looks a little weird, like you said. And it was on Walmart for $7, but it's out of stock. And there's only like 2 images of that thing, and when I type in Banpresto Buzzy Beetle plush, it just shows that ugly, big, huge bootleg with plastic eyes and that big leather plastic shell.
And now that you're on that topic, I do have to ask you, I'm looking at the entire wave here, and there is no mention at all of that Koopa Plush that you've been showing me. So, what's the scoop on that? Is that even real? Because it's not on here.
Yes, that is 100% real. All of the tags say 2006 Nintendo. Well, of course, it's a Wikipedia, because, like, a lot of teachers in the school say, like, don't look at Wikipedia because it's wrong, and there's a lot of lies.
Well,
So
if
who
there's
knows?
any if there's any people that edit on the Plush wiki, maybe you can add the Koopa Troopa that's on all four legs with its leather shell.
Yeah.
So, because that is a notable exclusion on this that did not see on here at all. So the next wave, Evan, did you finish your thoughts on number 2, or are you still going on it?
No, I finished all my thoughts. I said that they all look good and stuff. And now the third wave of the keychains is even more interesting, which contains a Koopa Paratroopa, a Spike Top, a Boo, Goomba Screaming, and a Mushroom and a Star. So I'm going to go ahead first with the Mushroom, Star, and Spike Top, because I've seen a lot of photos of them. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I love the Spike Top. It looks very accurate. I'm pretty sure it looks the exact same like the regular Buzzy Beetle, but red and with a spike. And I would really want to get it, but I think prices for that little tiny keychain are like $40. And yeah, and the Mushroom and the Star look exactly like the normal stars and stuff, which looks pretty good. And the Goomba Screaming, I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. Banpresto Goomba Screaming. Yoshi. I can't find anything, but I'm guessing it probably looks like the Nintendo one.
If you're on the Mario Wiki again, it does have the photo of the wave, but it does not have the mushroom on it. It just has everyone else, and it does have the Screaming Goomba on it. So if you want to see it, you can just head over to the wiki again.
I'm on the fandom.
Oh, I'm still on the wiki, and let me go back to something that happened a little bit earlier, but you'll find interesting on here. So this is for PD Piranha, and on the photo it shows there's 2 photos. The first photo shows the Japanese release, which has the tag we all know, and then the second tag is the one you say is Popco's tag. So I guess those are interconnected and not different at all, because it just says US and Japanese release.
That's still weird that they did it differently, though. Like, Popco took off like the strings off everybody. They made Mega Mushroom all plastic, so I was just guessing it might just be a company basing them off of it or something, because I don't know why they would change.
You did say Little Buddy does do some things different than traditional Sanai does. You said, like with Rosalina's, that Sanai Rosalinas usually have the short bangs, and the Little Buddy ones have the little better long bangs. So I guess there is regional differences. So what are your thoughts on those regional differences?
I don't really have thoughts on them. I just think that it's kind of weird that they changed it up. But yeah, like the Little Buddy Rosalinas all have short bangs and long bangs, but I've never seen a single unlocalized Rosalina that looks exactly like some of the golden releases, have long bangs, some little jewels and stuff like that. Good hair. I've never seen that on localized Rosalina, so who knows?
Okay, the final wave on the Mario Wiki, it says that there are mushroom keychains, which is the Mega Mushroom, a 1-up mushroom, and a mini mushroom. So when looking at the wave set on the Mario Wiki, actually, they look all like very standard mushrooms, but something that is very funny is that the mini mushroom is actually tinier. It's tinier, size form. On the stock photos, it shows that this keychain's only 3 centimeters, and that's probably less than 2 inches too. So think about it, 2 inches is not that big, and for that keychain to be that tiny and puny, I bet we could swallow that. You could swallow that and not get injured, because that's probably how tiny it is. The Mega Mushroom looks just like the one I have, except no string on it, and just the other 2 mushrooms, they just look like mushrooms. So your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I can't still pull up any photos at all of them, but I'm guessing that they probably look pretty nice, because yeah, but how does the mini mushroom look like? Does it look like the plain regular Mega Mushroom, but blue and tinier?
It looks like the regular mushrooms, except it just looks tinier. It's funny. It's funny how tiny it looks.
Yeah, you'll just need to show me the photos, all of them, after the call.
Yeah, so we pretty much went over all the plushes here. There is a standing Koopa Troopa that is not on the wiki. So Evan, you can pull up a photo of that standing Koopa that Mario Logan uses. That's probably why it's rare. So you know more about it than I do. Go ahead with that Koopa.
But I don't know what you're talking about by a standing one, because I've never seen a Banpresto standing one.
So you just said it was real, the one at the leather shell?
Well, that one's a crawling one, not standing.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh. But yeah, I've seen it. And I really like that plush because it looks so accurate to it, but I don't know why it's on the wiki. That's why people say don't use Wikipedia to look up things, because who knows, maybe somebody edited it and just accidentally deleted it or something. So, yeah, even we can edit it back in, even if it's true or not. Because, enough about that wiki stuff, but yeah. It's pretty mysterious that it's not there, and I'm 100% sure that it's real, because a lot of listings have sold for it. A lot of people say official, real. There's some fakes, but most of the fakes have long Nintendo tag or all in Japanese tag.
One thing that I find kind of funny about it is that it is with the new Super Mario Bros. Branding, but the Koopas in that game are not like that at all. I want it because the Koopas look like that in Mario Galaxy, and everyone knows that that is the best game, and I want a Koopa that looks like the Koopa from the best game. So I will be encouraging Evan to buy it, or maybe even myself.
Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that is bootleg, because I'm pretty sure in the Mario 64 set, were they crawling in that game?
No, I'm guessing because there is a race with Koopa the Quick, and that Koopa is on 2 legs too. Yeah, all the Koopas are in 2 legs in that game too.
Hold on. Let me look at something.
So now you're saying that Koopa's fake?
Yep, because there's a crawling Koopa without a leather shell that looks really, really good, and I'll have to show you that photo. And it appears to be from Super Mario Bros. 3.
Who made it so I can look it up?
I'm on eBay. I just typed in Banpresto Koopa Plush on Google. And this
Banpresto Koopa Plush. I'm just trying to find the photo here. What did you say was from Mario Bros. 3?
Yeah. And the tag was shaped with the question mark on it. It's $145. It was 2005. And it looks way different from the other one.
So
this one seems to be a shell, but really, really high quality.
So what you're trying to say is that the Mario Logan crawling Koopa is fake?
And it's based off of the 2005 Super Mario Bros. 3 Koopa, which is $145. And on the back of the Banpresto ticket it says 1988. So they made it in 2005, but they still have the branding and stuff. And
who made it? Banpresto made it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'll have to show me because I can't find it. So, bombshell. That has to explain why then that there's a fake Buzzy Beetle then that has that hideous shell too. So wow, that Koopa. This whole time you told me that Koopa is real, and then, but at least, well, we don't know. I don't know. Maybe that explains why it's not on the wiki, because maybe it is fake, because the fake Buzzy Beetle looks just like that except ugly. But if that Koopa ends up being fake, it would be sad, because I went all these days thinking it was real and I wanted you to buy it, and you told me too that there were fakes of it, and now you're saying it is fake. So bombshell discovery on the discussion. So that pretty much wraps up all the new plushes we can chat about. Let me quickly go over the entire Banpresto New Super Mario Bros. Set, which released in 2006 and 2007, and it includes 45 plushes, and it was distributed by Banpresto in Japan, and it says Corgi International in America, and in parentheses it says small plushes, wave 2 only, so that may be why there's only those in America. But I'll quickly go through the entire set just to recap the discussion. So wave 1, Mario jumping, Goomba, 1-Up Mushroom, Bullet Bill. Wave 2 has the running Mario, Goomba, PD Piranha, Mega Mushroom, and Balloon Boo. And Wave 3 has the Shell Mario, Casino Toad, Casino Luigi, Mega Mushroom, and Boo. And the set of deluxe plushes is a jumping Mario, which is probably the big one, the Mushroom, and the deluxe Mega Mushroom. And the first wave of the sound plushes are the Question Block 8-Bit and the Goomba. And Wave 2 is Question Block, Koopa Shell. And Wave 3 is Star, Goomba, and another Question Block. And the 3 pillow plushes are the Mushroom, the Star Coin, and the Goomba. And all of the keychains are Mario, Fire Flower, Star, Mushroom, Goomba, Blooper, Fire Mario, 1-Up Mushroom, Toad, Koopa Troopa, Buzzy Beetle, Cheep Cheep, Koopa Paratroopa, Spike Top, Boo, Goomba Screaming, Mushroom, Star, and now the Mushroom keychains are just the Mushroom, 1-Up, Mega Mushroom, and Mini Mushroom. So, Mr. Reynolds, just final general thoughts on this set. How would you rank it out of 10 stars? Or 5? How would you rank it out of 10?
I'd give it a 10 out of 10 actually, because they tried their best to make all these plushes. I could tell they look really good. They made figures of every single one we described and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool. These are the only plushes of 50% of them actually, the Spike Top. So that's pretty cool that they actually made things that don't get that plush treatment or character treatment at all. And I was also gonna say, before you started going off the list, what I was trying to say is that were the Koopas crawling in Mario Bros. 3?
Yes, because it was still 8-bit and they were crawling.
Oh, yep. Well, this one, the listing that's 145 is real then, because they're crawling alright, and they look different from the other one. They look similar to the bootleg, which you still probably really love.
The perler bead that I have of the Koopas from Mario 3, and it's crawling, and I'll have to show you it after. But, yeah, for my thoughts on it, I think, I love this set. It just has so many unique plushes in it, like the Casino Luigi and Toad, and people Nintendo would never support no more, like Balloon Boo, and PD Piranha even too, because the last game I remember him coming out on was Mario Party 10, and I don't think he's been on anything ever since. So I'm just so glad that there is plushes of such underrepresented characters like this, and for the characters that are a lot, it's just nice to have them in their power-ups and stuff from this game. So out of 10, I would also give it a 10 for just having a lot of great characters in it. I just kind of wish they made a Peach and a Bowser, and maybe even a Bowser Jr., because arguably Bowser Jr. was the main enemy here and not even Bowser, because you fought Jr. in every tower and Bowser only twice. So there was a few missed opportunities, but in terms of actual characters, they are doing a really good job. And they did a really good job. And I would guess they would even do better than Sine, actually, because, from the new games that they make, Nintendo, there are still obscure characters, and Sine just doesn't make characters of those. From the example, I guess, would just be, Mario Odyssey. There's nothing of, the Broodals or anything. There are customs, but there's no Broodals. There's no of those obscure enemies. There's no uproots, I think that's what they're called. There's no Pauline, but I think she will be made one day because she's in everything now. But another question that arose during this is, why doesn't Banpresto make Mario plushes anymore? Do you have a theory on that, or do you just think they lost the license? Evan?
Oh, you cut out for a second.
I said, what? Why do you think they stopped making Banpresto Mario plushes? And if they did, who do you think they would actually make from new games?
I have no idea why they stopped. But they probably stopped because they've been making Mario plushes for a very long time, starting in the 90s to 2010s. So I'm guessing that's why plushes and Biggie. Because they've probably been doing that job for ages.
And I do know that Banpresto is still around. I do not know if it's the same original people, because I know it might have been bought out. But they still do make a lot of figures of anime and that stuff. But I do not know if it's technically the same company from the 80s and 2000s. But the final set, wasn't it Mario Kart Wii?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the final set.
So I'm just assuming that they either lost their license or the Banpresto in its original form got bankrupt and another company revived it that didn't have the license and just called themselves Banpresto. But either way, it's kind of sad that they don't make any plushes anymore. And I hope we can get a ton of these plushes from this set. Especially after we complete Sanai's set, then we'll have a lot more time to save up for these more obscure New Super Mario Bros. Plushes. So that is all for this discussion. Thank you so much for joining us for the past hour and 10 minutes. If you have any other suggestions for future discussions, make sure to leave them in the comments and leave your thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't, leave a dislike. But yeah, thank you for listening for this discussion for us for so long. We appreciate your support. So yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.